The Texas legislature will have their first public hearing on the disastrous flooding in central Texas on Wednesday. That hearing is supposed to focus on the state response and on first responder communications. But just how much power will lawmakers have to look into this? KENS 5's Andrew Moore spoke to a local state senator involved in the hearings to find out. Andrew?
Now, Texas leaders created special committees in the House and Senate to tackle these flooding issues, and those hearings are starting on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Still, there is a limit to how much the state can investigate. Texas Senator Jose Menendez spoke to me about what they can and can't do to get answers.
The only way we improve is by asking tough questions, by not necessarily trying to having a lynching of any kind, but to get to the truth of the matter.
State lawmakers will have questions on what happened in the terrible flash flooding that cost more than 100 Texans their lives. The newly formed committees on disaster preparedness and flooding will talk about the state's response to the July 4th flash flooding, flood planning and infrastructure, and first responder communications, among other topics. Still, lawmakers may not be able to question everyone they would like to, at least not right away.
The chair of the committee has jurisdiction. I mean, we obviously can ask.
First, the committee chairs, Ken King and Charles Perry, will have the final say on who will testify. Other members will mainly ask questions. And second, while the chairs can ask people to show up and testify, they can't legally require it.
Like you said, we're not a court of law.
Senator Jose Menendez says some leaders may opt to stay in their communities as the recovery efforts continue. That said, the committees will also have a second hearing in Kerr County. Menendez says that will be an even better opportunity to hear from local leaders and the people affected as they work to make sure this tragedy will not happen again.
Tell us, where the systemic breakdowns were so that regardless of who's in place in the future, that there is a procedure, a process that go in place so that this doesn't happen again.
So if you get a chance to talk to these committees, please do so. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has already announced that second hearing will take place in Kerrville on July 31st. EC's